Good morning, folks. Hope everyone's doing well. This is Three Dudes and a Lady, a platform that we are here to bring you inspiration and motivation to your day with Jay Shetty. My name is Earl Rule. I'm from the state of North Carolina, and my gratitude for this morning is waking up to a cool sunny morning.
Good morning, everyone. My name's Jay Anderson, yielding from the wild, wonderful state of West Virginia. My gratitude is sunshine.
Hey guys, I am Christine Wright, hailing out of the great state of Florida. My gratitude for today is my youngest daughter, Emma. Super proud of her. So today Jay Shetty talked about Crossroads. He brought up the Ralph Waldo Emerson quote, but he was talking about the ready-made road may not get us to where we want to go, right? But how do we choose which path to take, right? He was saying evaluate your options and take the path that is right for us, not the one that everybody else takes, right? He talked about a fable where a traveler who was making her way to a new town, she was walking a trail for a couple of days and came to a rushing river. It wasn't wide, but it was deep. She's seen someone across the other side and she asked him how she could get across to the other side. He told her the best way was to swim across. And she wasn't so sure about that option, right? Then another man came behind her with a raft and said, this is the best way to get across is building a raft and take it across, right? And then there was another person there that told her there's a bridge about a half a day's journey that she could cross that way, right? So she had three options now to choose, right? Four if you want to count the one to not even cross the river, right? She didn't want to swim. She didn't have time to build a raft, and then getting to the bridge would take a lot more time, right? That she didn't really have. So she looked up and noticed a tree with a branch going across. She climbed the tree and crossed over the branch to get to the other side, right? So she took a whole different path than the other three people told her to. When we're navigating obstacles or navigating life or whatever it is, we have a lot of choices, right? There's a lot of options that we can choose from. And following a proven path might be a good option, but when someone says that their way is best, it doesn't necessarily mean it's best for us, right? That optimal route for them might not work for us. So we need to step back and evaluate our options. We sometimes assume that we are already on a particular path. Like if you're already going down a path, then we need to keep going. But that path may not be the right one for us. The choice is definitely up to us. This was a really good one. Like um taking different paths, right? Like we could be on this journey and all of a sudden we take a detour into insurance or we take a detour out of insurance and go do something else, right? Like there's all these paths that we have in life and we get to choose, right? We get to choose what we do and don't do. Now, some people will stay on the path of whatever it is they're doing because they think that's the only one and they may be miserable at what they're doing, right? Have we ever met those people that don't really like what they're doing, but are doing it because they're on that path already? It's kind of like the airport when you're going through the airport and you have those what are they called? Escalator things that go across where you get on them and you're going really
Flat,
fast.
flat escalators.
Yeah, yeah. You get on them
hmm
and you're going really fast, and all of a sudden you get off and you're like, oh wait, it stopped, right?
Yeah.
And you feel like you're going slower. That might be the path that is not the best path for us, but we're already on it. So we assume that we just need to stay on it and we
Yeah.
conform into that, right? I don't know.
Every time I see those flat escalators, all I can think of is that TV show, The Jetsons.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
yeah,
how fast those things go.
yeah.
But
We don't realize how powerful the Jetsons really were back then in forward thinking,
Yes.
right,
because look what's going on today.
Yep. We're
exactly.
not in the air driving around yet, but I mean we have planes, but not driving around in our little cars.
What
Christine, that would
No,
be a
it's not
better.
autonomous
saying it's not going to happen. Huh?
Christine, that would be a.
we have autonomous vehicles now,
Yeah.
so
I'm not saying it's not going to happen. Elon Musk
I'm,
can do a lot,
I'm not getting in one. Sorry, guys.
You know how many air collisions we would have with those airplanes?
right? It would be bad. Yeah.
uh, this one was an interesting one because I think some of us when we go like me when we go through Crossroads, we have to follow our intuition. And we have to sometimes making the right choice is not the easiest thing. Sometimes making choices, we have to follow fact. We have to follow what's right. And even though it may look good at first, a decision, we have to analyze what we're getting into before we actually get into it. And it's very important for a lot of us, like for kids that are starting school, especially for like college kids. When they enter that phase of college, a lot of times it could be scary at first because they're entering a field that, okay, we have to dissect everything that's in front of us before we know we're getting to the big picture. And that can be scary for some students. Some students can handle it better than others.
Oh yeah.
And right. So when we make choices of like what house we're going to buy, okay, that takes a lot of homework. That takes a lot of research. You may think that the house of your dreams might be right around the corner. When you look inside, half the stuff is not right. So you come to crossroads, even in jobs. Okay, what does this job? I know it's a paycheck. It's a job. But my question to you is, does it have a future? Does it have a potential for growth? What do I get for vacation time? With the pay that I make, can I take vacations with my family? That kind of thing. You have to analyze everything. And also, are you in a good environment or is it a toxic environment? And I'm talking about the people, not the material.
The environment, yeah.
The environment.
Is it good or bad?
Right, exactly. And a lot of times we have to take 2 steps back to go 4 steps forward. And I think that's like anything in life because a lot of times if we jump into things too fast, then you realize, uh, oh God, what did I just get myself into? This wasn't what I thought it was. This is not what I signed up for. And then we get frustrated.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, if we analyze things, talk to people, do our facts, do our homework,
And
and
pray.
just and pray for it and ask God.
Yeah,
God is our Heavenly Father. He is the one that has us on this earth. Ask Him for guidance because I truly believe that He will get you there if you follow Him.
for sure.
And it's like I'm praying to God right now for my situations, what I'm going through right now. But I
Right?
know God will have a path for me.
For sure.
And just I think we need to take it one step at a time, but also we need to think about our surroundings and what is important to us. For some of us it's family. For some of us it's just having something stable to carry on through life. Everyone's path's different. You got to analyze what you have in front of you.
Such a tough conversation because there's a lot of unknown and confusion built into this. And I feel like your mind can go in so many different directions in this. And I think for me, what I took away from Jay Shetty is sometimes your gut feeling, your intuition, your faith needs to be part of this process. And I feel like, as the story that you were telling of the lady crossing the river, Christine, you know, saw a limb on a tree, and none of the other advice was to use that limb. It swim, build a raft, travel a day or a half a day or whatever it was to take a bridge. I think here's the beauty of life. We always talk about the word change. We always say that it is the one consistent thing that we deal with. There's another consistent thing that we deal with, and that's life. It's very consistent. Now, the sequence of events might not be consistent, but as we were young kids growing up, we thought how grandiose this thing may be, but we became adults. We learned to savor those grandiose times make those memories permanent for us, yet we still have to navigate this thing called life. It's a dicey slope, it's trickery at best. And you got to sit down and try to say, okay, what is best for me? And when you ask that question, how many answers can you come up with?
Unlimited. It's infinite.
Unlimited. That's right, unlimited. Within those answers, what do you think the best solution is?
It could be
So,
any one of them.
so that's where I think a little bit of gut feeling or intuition, a whole lot of faith,
Mm-hmm.
and you can only hope that support is there. You know, and that's the tough part. Listening to support. A lot of times, support, when you hear what they have to say, your support group or whatever, is not what you're wanting to hear. Sometimes you just want to be heard, and sometimes it's tough. I think this is an interesting subject. It's one that I would love to explore more. And I'm sure Jay Shetty will take us down through this because this is a this and really encompasses everything that he talks about. It holds a little bit of each subject that he has given us over the last however long we've listened to Jay Shetty. I think it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
I think it's a hard thing. It's hard to understand. It's not meant to be conquered and understood
Are you
100%.
sure? Are you sure?
Well, no, I'm not.
I mean, I would like it to be conquered and understood. Just kidding.
When you figure that out, please share that advice with me.
Absolutely. Yeah. Because there's some of us that like if you're waiting, like faith, for instance, like you pray and then you are waiting, right, for an answer, and there's usually not this grandiose answer that comes to you, and all of a sudden the path is lit and you're going, right? That's not even close. But that's how we want it, right? We're impatient, so a lot of times we just move thinking that, hey, this is the right path, and it's not, right? And then 10 years later, you're still on that path and you're like, I don't even know if I should be on this path, right? And then all of a sudden you're reevaluating everything and you're like, okay, I'm gonna get off this path and go to another one, right?
But that's where the mind comes into play. Does the mind tell us it's the right path? And we say, oh, okay, let's do it because my mind says so.
Hopefully not.
Well, I think
The mind plays
our
tricks on.
mind, our mind is influenced was where I was
Oh,
heading
for
with.
sure. Most
That's where
definitely.
I was heading with that.
It is definitely
We're
influence.
influenced. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Whereas
two
like,
key,
oh, go ahead, Earl, go ahead.
the two key things that I'm slowly learning about this is there are two key components, the mind and the heart. Because if we have God in our heart, okay, and something doesn't feel right here, you know it's going to immediately trigger up here.
Oh,
And when
sure.
these two trigger together, you know that that's an immediate red flag and or a stop sign saying need to evaluate or get off the path. Because those two will be your boss, your heart and your mind.
And here's the crazy part, Earl. Sometimes it's hard to recognize.
I know it's hard to recognize, but sometimes you have to stop and reevaluate what you have in front of you, especially if it's like an interview. If you're talking to somebody about, what you could tell if they're trying to fluff it up or if they're just being straightforward with you. And that's something you have to reevaluate too, because let's face it, people are going to say what they feel, or people say what they are, and and I'm not well, I'm not saying you, Jay, but
Definitely
what
not
I'm
you,
saying
Jay.
is,
That doesn't happen.
well, when you're talking to people who hire you, you know, don't be afraid to get into a deep discussion with these people and speak your truth because they need to hear it. Instead of getting fluff. Oh, we offer this, we offer that. You're gonna love it here, this and that. I'm like, let's just get to the nuts and bolts of this thing. Thank you very much.
You know, that's the one thing that I can say I'm very proud of Brad, my mentor, for doing it.
Mhm.
There's no fluff. He's a company guy for sure. He's a
Mhm.
company guy for sure. But there's no fluff.
No,
No, there isn't.
I would
You
agree with
know,
that. Definitely no fluff.
he gives it to you for what he sees and how he feels. And always appreciated that. I, Brad's someone to me, and this is one of the reasons that I consider him a good friend, is he's very true to himself. You, you know, what you see is what you get from Brad. It's who
Mhm.
he is, how he is all the time.
Right, for sure.
So, I mean, I think that's kind of cool. But guys, interesting enough, I think it's easy to see that we're not licensed therapists, nor do we want to be. However, we listen to the app Calm within the app. We listen to Jay Shetty, and man, he throws some zingers at us. I feel like today, the title being Crossroads, he threw a zinger at us. We all go through crossroads, every single one of us.
Every day.
How we move forwards is every day we do, don't we? And how we move forwards can be a little treacherous. The good news is you can still move forwards. Sometimes you have to back up and punt, and sometimes you don't. But I do think Earl's right. Leading with the mind and the heart and bringing a little faith into the equation, we can all get through this. Might not be easy, and it might not be pain free, but we still can get through it.
Hey, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and come back for more. Hope everyone has a great day. Peace.
Do